Last week I diagnosed this motor not working properly. The amps were funny and the voltage was constant. But something's wrong with this motor on the inside, not working right, and it's hot. Now this is the cold startup. Started it up, it had been off for days or whatever, and it's pulling 6 amps and it's getting super hot. Runs for just a little bit and then this thing gets freaking hot, and it's so hot I can't even touch it with the glove. So I got another motor. Take the belt off, let's get this thing swapped out. The way you loosen this one is you got these forced bolts here, nuts and bolts that ride in the track, and you tighten it and loosen it just like so. Damn, it's so hot already, man. The pulley's hot. Freaking hot, man. I don't have a thermometer on me, but you can look and just see just how fast shit's evaporating off of it. That's a hot motor right there. You can manage to lift the hot motor up out of there, get it on the side like that, undo the electrical right here, 2 screws. And that's how it's wired. So we're going to analyze that carefully to see if it's right or if it's wrong. We'll see if we can take this hot motor downstairs somewhere a little cooler. Now, unfortunately, this one is wired incorrectly. If you look, high voltage, low voltage. In this case, low voltage is 115 and high voltage is 230. Up there we had 115 or 121. For low voltage, we would have L1 and L2 coming into number 1 and number 2, which is the same thing over here. They both come into this one, which is number 1, and this one, which is number 2. The difference is brown P2 is on number 4. Okay, see? And then we have white and red on number 5. Brown P2 on number 4, white and red on number 5. And that, my friends, is why it's wired wrong. This thing should be wired with the brown wire on number 5, which would put us, brown wire would be up here, brown wire on number 5, and then also red wire on number 5. White wire on number 2, nothing on number 4. So that's where we went wrong. Now here's my new one. It's in good condition because it hasn't been wired wrong. Here's my new one. We'll take good care not to wire this one wrong. So these are good pulleys, but you gotta know how to take them off. You got 2 Allen nuts, bolts, nuts. I believe only this one. Yeah, you've only got to take off the top one. And the whole thing comes out. The bottom one, even though it looks like it would do that, it doesn't. It doesn't hold the key. And here we've got it mounted. Oh, we're missing a mount. Oh, look at that. Damn it. Damn installers or technicians or whoever. I guess I can't say nothing much about that because, you know, am I gonna go and get another nut and bolt if I'm just missing 1 out of 4? No, I'm just gonna go with it. Now let's get down in here on down yonder and see what we got. Okay, and that's a horrible background noise. I had to cut the volume on that and redo it for you guys. So what I was saying here is that it appears like the brown wire on number 4 and the white wire on number 5, that's how it comes from the factory. So it comes from the factory wired for the high voltage application. And that beeping noise was in the background the whole time. So I'm just explaining here how we have to change the wiring from how it came from the factory over to, you know, to use with 115 volts. So, you know, we take the that's terminal number 2 right there. And that's where we're going to put the white wire. It can be on anywhere on that brass terminal there, because it's all the same terminal. So we take the white wire, take it off of number 5, and put it on number 2. And I always try to make sure that none of my wires, the insulation or anything, is touching or close to touching any other lead, even though that one's the same one. And once we got that one in place, the next one we're going to move is brown off of number 4. We're going to put it on number 5 with the red one. And then that's it. Then we're ready to be wired for 115 volts. And then one last thing to note, in case you have to do this, we don't have to do it here, but if you got to reverse it from counterclockwise to clockwise, all you got to do is switch the black and the red wires. You reverse those according to this. Red T8 and black T5. So those are these ones. So we would put black up there with the brown and put red down here on that terminal that the black one's on. And then it would go clockwise. So pretty good little motor. And then we go ahead and mount the pulley back on there and get it lined up and popped into place, or mount the pulley, you know, however you want to do it. If you want to do the key first, the key after, it doesn't matter to me. And then you just tighten up your Allen screw on the top, and it's ready to go. Yep. And then after we get our ground mounted, so we put L1, which is hot probably, and L2, which is neutral, where they go. And look at that, see, look. That's chingy right there. You really don't want your terminals to do that, because they come right off. So as much of a pain in the ass as it is, I'm going to walk all the way back over there and get my needle nose. I'm going to fix that. What I'm going to do, I can't really get it on camera because I need both of my hands. Or maybe I can. I'm going to squeeze it ever so slightly, but it's going to be enough to where it's going to grab the male side of that spade tighter. I might have gone a little too much. Yeah, it just makes it harder for me to put it on there. It's actually smarter if you just get it on the back side like this. If you get it just like that, then you should be able to, it should go on there. You should be able to slide it on the spade easier, because it's like a, I don't know, like a ramp. There. That's better. Now then. You see? That's better. And you put your cover on and you make sure you're not pinching any wires anywhere. Mount it. And you mount the belt. Tighten the belt. Align them so that they're not out of alignment. Start it. That's it. Some things to consider are, the wider that this is, the smaller the pulley is going to be. So you'll have a smaller pulley to pulley ratio. So you'll have more torque out of this thing the smaller the pulley is. Okay? The bigger the pulley you make it, the less torque you'll have out of it, and the higher of an amp draw it's going to pull. So I'm going to see how it runs like this, the kind of amps it pulls. That's about how tight I want it. I don't want it any tighter than that, or any looser, more loose. All right, got our amp meter on it, and let's let her rip. Now that's a hell of a lot faster and better running than the other one was. And well, let me shut it off here. We are under our rated amps. We're at 10.4 amps was rated for. All right, and it was pulling what, 9 point something? I mean, just look at the torque on this thing when it starts. Come on, man. Now look, here's what we do. One way to tell if your belt is too loose, is what I like to do. Don't do this if you're scared though. Is you can take up some slack in the belt, like this. I think that's about right. Because it doesn't speed up any if I tighten it up. Okay, well don't do this. Don't do it like this. This kind of motor here, it's got like some kind of a clutch thing in it. I'll show you on the other one downstairs. I don't know why it does, but it does. That's why it was doing what it was doing the other night to me. But so look, our amp draws are good. Yo man, we're good. Okay then, I like it. I'm good with that. Y'all good with that? I'm good with it. Some idiot changed out the switch because they thought it was the switch. They thought that's what was wrong with it. I know they changed out the switch because this cover doesn't fit on it anymore and it doesn't seal. So like, look. Look at that. Yeah, some idiot changed out the switch. That didn't fix it, duh. You guys hear that thing? I don't know how well that sounds. Let's see. You hear that thing? That sounds better. Well, my people, that's it. All finished with the exhaust fan. All we used was a freaking multi-pass screwdriver, Allen wrench, that. Not much tools, but just a little bit of thinking. What do you gotta do when you gotta think, huh?
Be smart, don't be a retard.
So until I see you next time, maybe watch some more videos. That helps me with the views. Maybe you learned something. I was just looking down here, what we got down there, but it's nothing. It's just an empty curb. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope y'all are doing well. I wish you a very nice day.